Skin deep, cute, pretty, hot, sexy, beautiful, gorgeous, flawless, goddess. All he used to describe me. I was everywhere. Cosmopolitan Esquire, Vogue, Glamour. You've made eye contact with me on a billboard. You've seen me in commercials. I'm also terribly impatient. Winning the genetic lottery bestows certain privileges, many of which can turn you straight into the bitchiest devious if they overindulge you. I deserve them all for the kill smoothies I gagged on. I had to schedule a shoot with my favorite photographer, Nico. He was one of the few that respected you enough to not bend you over a table, to not any prospective model ladies. If you find him, keep him. It was supposed to be a straightforward session, a promotional shoot for a national retailer. They are every mall and they sell shirts on Amazon. No crazy boots or green lipstick this time, only store signs. My heels clacked on the wood paneling. My entourage flanked to my sides. People who wanted me to matter but didn't. You know the feeling. The copious amount of camera wires and tarps proved hazardous as I balanced precautiously over them. The air conditioning left the room feeling chilly and distressing. Oh, there she is. How are you, my love? Nico's exotic accent complimented the bourbon on his breath. Not the smell of a drunk, but the smell of quality. Refinement. I like that in a man. Where's my tai chi? Where is it? My irritation was paramount. They should have noticed already. It's coming, dear. Melissa, Nico shouted, looking up above me. Get her tea, please, and promptly. I heard a disgruntled groan behind me as Nico kissed the back of my hand. His finely groomed beard tickled. Shall I turn you over to our stylist? He asked. His sunglasses were reflecting on my face in the lenses. Where's my fucking tea? I repeated. You're right, Nico stormed off. I heard screaming, shouting, angry crashes, clothing racks thrown, and then Nico returning tea in my hand. Melissa, however, she was followed close behind, red-faced and puffy-eyed. I threw my fur coat as I nestled the tea in my hand. The flavor was bland, but not enough to throw a tantrum over. I had to get to work. That day would be long and unrewarding as is. But as Duran once said, "Water, baby. Smile, and you just made a million." I sat in a cosmetics chair, and overly nervous stylist, a woman, started applying foundation, eyeliner, mascara, and lip gloss as another started tinkering with my hair. After an hour or so, I was ready. Nico walked over, arms outstretched. Oh, what a beauty. Truly a marvel, he called. I smiled, knowing his assessment was watered down. I strolled over to her clothing rack, simple shirts, jeans, jacket, and shoes. Melissa stood in the corner, staring daggers into me. Fuck her. Men always looked in lust. Women always looked in jealousy. I examined the clothing section more intently. Fucking really? I was so much better than this shit. I burgently threw on an outfit consisting of a shirt, belted jeans, and sneakers. I stepped in front of Nico's camera and started posing. Simple, the flash of light which each snap erased my negativity about the outfit and gave me advanced feeling of joy. Yes, girl, work it. After several minutes of constant camera flashes, Nico got me into another outfit. This one was a basic black pantsuit paired with high heels and leather boots. The more photos that were taken just fueled my insatiable ego. Finally, I was motioned to strip down to the nude. Why? This wasn't that type of shoot. Are you sure? I questioned. Just do a couple for me, baby, Nico asked, his face begging in anticipation. Well, of course, the jacket? Sure. I relented as I peeled off my clothes. Why not? It was the end of the day. Nico handed me the black jacket as I put it on. The jacket, as always, was shiny and felt heavy in my arms. A cloth hood was attached to the collar. I stuck my arms through the sleeves and slipped the jacket up and over my shoulders. This was Nico's favorite jacket to have me wear. It was a personal pleasure for him. Worry suddenly shot through my brain as I stood on my frame too. The lining felt strange. I shrugged the feeling off. A mistake. Great. Flip your hood up. Nico began snapping photos. I applauded his boot kisses and really tried to sell the bad girl look. Okay, now flip it down off your shoulders and arch your back, Nico asked. I rolled my shoulders to my back to remove the jacket. Nothing blood or creasing. What the hell? I tried taking the hood off my head. Unmistakable pain of hair being pulled, stabbed into my scalp. I squatted down and winced, rubbing my head. What's wrong, Nico asked, his face popping out from the kind of camera lens. I can't get this jacket off. I gritted my teeth in frustration. I started feeling my arms wildly, the metal zippers clinking. Panic began to work its way into my chest and throat. Hold on, let me help you. Nico walked over and placed his hand over the hood he pulled. Oh, fuck, stop, you're hurting me, I screamed. Tears sprang to my eyes. My hair floss was on fire. My chest felt weighed down, as if an elephant found it a comfortable resting spot. I couldn't breathe. I felt the cool, smooth leather on my fingertips. It crinkled and squeaked with my movements. I collapsed in the heap of the floor, now in a full-fledged panic attack. Nico hushed to my entourage and other personnel out of the room as someone called 911. What was this? Some kind of sick prank? I felt the jacket start to form around my body like a second skin. I ugly cried. My tears blocked my vision. Suddenly I heard a scuffle, Nico shouting, a door clicking. Melissa, what the fuck are you doing? A surprised shout. I looked up, seeing Melissa, the assistant, standing over me. Her face was redeemed, her fist balled tightly. I shook my head in confusion. Nico pounded the door. You spoiled cunt. Here's your Tai Chi, she said, quietly without emotion. Then suddenly, she snatched the hood in a death grip. The pain was so intense, I howled. I felt the hairs on my head begin to pop out my scalp. Warm, wet crimson began running down my face in jagged lines. I saw Nico on the other side of the door, hand over her mouth, helpless. I kicked and screamed, but Melissa was so stronger. This is for all the years of abuse. The saliva molecules splattered in my ear canal as she pulled harder. I felt my face begin to tear like wrapping paper. I felt a warm ridge form in my forehead as the hood was peeled off with my skin and scalp. The pain was so unbearable. I couldn't make a sound. My hands flew up to where my hair had been. Sheer aura. They came back slimy and bloody. They gloved. I stumbled around, my vision red and murky. I caught a brief, blurry glimpse of Nico's hands on knees, projectile vomiting. My knees gave out as I face planted on the floor. I checked the tooth on the impact as I heard footsteps approaching me from behind. I felt a shoe slam down viciously in the back of my neck. Bitch, Melissa spat. I gasped as pulling resumed. I realized to my absolute horror that the jacket was still stuck to my back. My skin began to tear at the shoulder blades. Each cellular layer was ripped and shredded as the jacket took my skin like the pelt of an animal. I screamed louder than I ever screamed. The sound rang off the walls. I reached behind me helplessly as the sleeves were jerked backwards. The knuckles on my hands were now exposed, the joints coated in blood. I wanted to die. I wanted to die so bad. Melissa did. The police shot her between the eyes, where she wouldn't get off my lifeless corpse. According to the subsequent police report, Melissa, the disgruntled fashion assistant, had booby-trapped the lining of my jacket with Expo Adesi, the world's strongest glue. My skin had no chance. She knew I'd wear that jacket. I always did for Nico. As soon as my skin made contact, my modeling career was over. Melissa knew that was a real pain. The physical agony was just the icing on the cake. I don't know when I lost consciousness. I know it was before the police arrived. After he resuscitated in the ambulance, I was given over 5 emergency blood transfusions. My body didn't have enough skin left for a graft, so I was given an autograft from a medical cabin there. My body rejected it. I laid in a recovery bed for over 6 months. Since I was injured during the shoot, the client paid for my substantial medical expenses, which ended up bankrupting them. After what felt like a lifetime, the bandages were removed. I shrieked. Horrid, rigid, cavernous, abdominal scars embedded themselves deep into my deformed face. My scalp, now bald, from the complete removal of my hair fossils, was now a wavy mess of uneven lines, raised pockmarks, and jagged scarring. I hid myself in my hands. I couldn't bear the sight. I cried myself to sleep. I couldn't work, not only as a model but anywhere. I would be seen as a freak. Heads would turn, gossip would flourish, and assumptions would be named. Vanity is only skin deep. Weird, gross, ugly, nasty, hideous, disgusting, horrid, abhorrent.